It's the final Sunday doubleheader for the 2022 CCBL season, and the Commodores are looking for something different this time around. After getting swept by the Orleans Firebirds a week ago today, the Doors are looking for a sweep of their own against the East Division leading Yarmouth-Dennis Red Sox. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Red Wilson Field in Yarmouth, Massachusetts. Along with Logan Stofarenko and our field reporter Carter Bainbridge, Trey Redfield on hand. Logan, Falmouth found itself in last place going into Tuesday night at Chatham in Veterans Field. But today, it could be in second by the end of the afternoon with a couple of wins here at Red Wilson.
Last Sunday, the stakes were different. If we swept a doubleheader, we get back to 500. If we sweep today, we're over 500. Right now, currently sitting fourth in the division, and right behind Hyannis at 5-5-2, Bourne 5-4-3, and we could be in second place with a good solid dub today. Even if we split or tie, good stuff can happen.
And looking to give the Commodores their third straight win is Jerron Watts-Brown. He's the Game 1 starter, the right-handed pitcher out of Long Beach State. Logan, he's told us about his mentality when he's on the mound, and it's a simple two-word phrase, strike one. We'll get into that more, but we're going to take a quick break for now. National anthem here at Red Wilson Field. More to come after this. You're listening to the Cape Cod Baseball League on the Commodores Radio Network.
See by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red flare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
So after that phenomenal national anthem, we're back with our pregame show here at Red Wilson Field. The Commodores and the Red Sox coming up here in a couple of minutes. And Logan, right before the anthem was played, we were talking about Watts-Brown's mentality. Strike one, that's going to be big today against the Doors, a team that is in top three in average, slugging, on-base percentage. You go down the line on every hitting category, YD's probably in the top three.
Well, you have the two hottest teams on the Cape right now squaring off in a doubleheader. You're going to have a good pitching performance. And Jerron Watts-Brown has done a very good job. The record may not say or reflect on the offerings he's been given, but he's been doing a really good job attacking the zone, getting strikeouts, 10 strikeouts and combined in his first two starts. But it's going to be a different pitcher for YD and a very, very powerful one. And he made some noise around the Cape in week one.
Falmouth taking on Jared Lyons, who is the CCBL pitcher of the week for week one because he has 9 innings pitched, only given up 4 hits, no earned runs, 3 walks, and 10 strikeouts. He is one of 8 pitchers in the Cape Cod Baseball League to have a 0.00 ERA. The lineup that Jeff Trundy is taking out for the Commodores today starts with Alex Mooney, like it normally is. He's playing shortstop. Hitting second is Colby Halter. He's the designated hitter today. Braden Taylor in the 3 spot yet again. He's over at third base. Jacob Walsh hitting cleanup. He's playing first base out of Oregon. Corey Collins hitting 5th. He's over in left field after being the designated hitter last night. Maui Ahuna is in the 6th spot. He's playing second base today. After the Tennessee Volunteer is Drew Brutcher, the right fielder out of South Florida. Hitting 8th is Jacob Cozart. He's behind the plate. He's a guy who loves to catch for Jerron Watts-Brown. Just loves to control that Jerron brings to the table. And rounding out the Falmouth order is Cross Factor, the center fielder out of Oklahoma City University. That is the lineup trying to give Jeff Trundy his 500th Cape Cod Baseball League win as a head coach. Over on the other side for YD in the field, going from left to right in the infield, Mike Bobey playing third base, Hunter Haas at shortstop, Chase Mydroth at second, and Caden Connor, over at first base. Behind the plate is Luke Schigler, and then the outfield from left to right is Jack Costello, Homer Bush Jr., and William Hamiter. Lions, the man on the bump, he comes out of George Mason, resides in Springfield, Virginia. He just graduated from George Mason this past spring. And Logan, it's so important for these Commodore bats to get going early, knowing the struggles that Falmouth has had. They're in the bottom of the Cape Cod Baseball League in batting average this season.
Well, he has that 0 ERA, but coming off of his senior season where he had an ERA of 5.69 and a 6-5 record, he's looking to get some real nice work here on the Cape. We mentioned he had that start, but he also did some really nice work in relief, shutting down some offenses that were very, very powerful, that being the Orleans Firebirds. So we'll see if the lineup can do something that they haven't been able to do all year, and that is hit the ball and score runs consistently throughout the game, because that's the recipe for W's.
Couple of wins for the Commodores today. They can find themselves in second place in the Western Division. It's a tall task going up against what's right now the beasts of the East, the 6-4-2 YD Red Sox. We're about to get underway here at Red Wilson Field. Commodores trying to keep that win total for Scott Pickler at 540. He earned that win last night. It's now the most in CCBL history, passing Chatham's John Schiffner for the most in league history. Here's the first pitch to Alex Mooney. It's a breaking ball down the pipe for strike one. First pitch, 80 degrees at 2:01. Clear skies here at Red Wilson Field for a Sunday doubleheader. What else could you possibly ask for? Lions working quickly. Here's the 0-1. Goes to the fastball this time, and it's at the knees for strike two. So Mooney at the plate to lead things off for the Commodores. He was hitting .286 this season with a homer and 4 RBIs. Righty on righty duel as Lions deals the 0-2. Going with the fastball, Mooney just gets a bat on it. The ball goes fouling out of play over on the right side. We'll do the 0-2 again. Last night, Alex was just a double away from the cycle. He had himself a 2-run blast in the 7th and then got an RBI triple in the 8th. 0-2 to Mooney is popped up into the infield. Over on the right side, Connor calls everyone off over at first base and makes the grab. There's one gone here in the top of the first.
Nothing wrong with being aggressive on your first at-bat. Drew a 4-pitch at-bat there.
So now here's Colby Halter, the designated hitter, rising junior out of the University of Florida. Seen Colby do a lot of great stuff so far this season. He's already 5th in the CCBL in batting average, hitting .375. Righty on lefty duel, Lions to Halter, and the first pitch to Colby. Breaking ball, finds the outer half for strike one. That's something Lions likes. He loves going with the spike curveball. Talking to one of the broadcasters on the Red Sox a couple of minutes ago, Sam Lebowitz, he's told me he loves throwing this spiked curve. Let's find out if he does it again here. 0-1 the count, 1 gone, no score between the Doors and Sox. Fastball in the dirt, misses low and away. So the answer to the rhetorical question, no. Count even at 1 on Halter.
You mentioned a spike breaking ball, spike curveball. It's got that 12-6 rotation.
Lions is working from the windup. Here's the 1-1. Changeup fouled back and out of play. Now 1-2.
We've been talking about Alex Mooney being the hottest hitter on the Commodores, but Colby Halter always finds a way to just get base hits in the first inning these past couple of games.
It's been helping him out. At .375 batting average, 3rd in the CCBL. Here's the 1-2. Fastball, cut on a miss, strike 3. Quickly, Mooney and Halter are sat down back-to-back, and there's 2 gone here in the top of the first inning. No score between Falmouth and YD here at Red Wilson Field. So here's Braden Taylor, the 3rd baseman, rising sophomore out of TCU. He's hitting .241 this season, has himself a couple of home runs. So he steps into the left-handed batter's box, taking on the righty Lions. Here's the first pitch to Taylor. Fastball in the outer half, finds the zone for strike 1.
That was Lions' 11th strikeout on the season. He, as well as Watts Brown, comes into today with 10.
Lions making his 2nd start, sitting at 1-0 on the season. The ERA No such thing. 0.00. 0-1 to Taylor. Another fastball. This one misses outside. It's now 1-1. Looked like a similar spot from the last fastball that we just saw a couple of seconds ago, but Taylor will take it. 2 gone here in the top of the first inning here at Red Wilson Field. Falmouth and YD just getting going in game 1 of a doubleheader. The 1-1. Breaking ball misses low and inside. Now 2-1. Good check by Taylor.
Braden Taylor drew 3 walks yesterday.
The dimensions here at Red Wilson Field, a little odd. 346 to left, 338 to right, 352 to dead center. The 2-1. Going with the curveball again, and it misses low and inside again. Now 3-1 on Braden.
Very selective up there. Checking with home plate umpires, saying where that was, even though it missed.
3-1 the count on Taylor. 2 gone, top of the first, no score. Lyons deals. Goes with the curveball again and misses in the same spot again. It's ball 4 for Taylor, and Falmouth has its first base runner today.
I think in the entire season, we have never seen Braden Taylor go after a ball that was in the dirt right in front of the plate. The ones that he struck out on have been fastballs that have gone right by him.
So disciplined. That's just one of the reasons why he's been in the 3 spot each and every game that he's been in here in Falmouth. So Taylor now on first. There's 2 gone here in the top half of the first inning between the Doors and Sox. And Jacob Walsh steps up to the plate, the first baseman out of Oregon. Another righty on lefty duel. Lyons now working from the stretch. Deals the first pitch. Breaking ball misses low. Ball 1. Walsh, a rising sophomore out of Oregon, has 2 home runs this season with 5 RBIs. One of those being hit to left field at Stony Brook Field in Brewster on Friday. And what was a 4 spot put up in the top of the first by the Doors. Here's the 1-0. Fastball a little bit above the knees and enough for strike 1.
Also had that, at the time, go-ahead 2-run single last night in a very electric atmosphere. Gov Fuller.
Yes, he did.
He's heating up.
Yeah, I told Carter. He's due. Let's find out what Walsh does here. 1-1 the count on him with 2 gone in the top of the first. Here's the pitch. Fastball on the outer half. Finds the zone. Strike 2. So Taylor leads off first. He got aboard with a walk on a 3-1 count. Falmouth nothing, YD nothing in game 1 of a doubleheader. Top of the first, 2 gone, 1-2 the count on Walsh. Lyons with a pickoff move over to first. No tag applied. Taylor gets in safely. So still awaiting that 1-2 pitch. Wind blowing towards center field as well. So if Walsh gets a piece of one, even if he doesn't really, he could hit one out knowing it's 352 to center field.
That dimension blows me away.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it when I walked into the ballpark. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball misses low. Walsh checks his swing. It's now 2-2.
Walsh and Taylor have done a very fine job of laying off that breaking ball that spikes in front of the home plate. Not one swing yet.
Commodores being disciplined as the week has gone along. Last time Falmouth has lost a game was last week in the Sunday doubleheader against Orleans. Lyons with a check over at first. 2-2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Jared Lyons starts off his first inning with no runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left on base. 2 strikeouts to Lyons' name as well as we head into the bottom half of the first. It's time to see what Jerron Watts-Brown can do against the YD offense. You're listening to the Cape Cod Baseball League on the Commodores Radio Network. Welcome back to Red Wilson Field. No score between the Commodores and Red Sox as we are heading into the bottom half of the first inning. The man on the mound for the Doors is Jerron Watts-Brown, who's 0-2 on the season. Don't let the record fool you, though. Jerron can deal still. He has 6 1/3 innings pitched. He's given up 7 hits, only 2 earned runs to his name, giving up only 4 walks and boasting 10 strikeouts. Logan, this is a guy that can control the game. He had a no-hitter on May 8th against UC Riverside. So, like I said, don't let that record fool you. Jerron can get it done.
He held his opponents to under 200 at Long Beach State this year, but Watts-Brown had a start against Harwich in which he controlled the game until he got pulled and the runs scored that were his, but he wasn't the pitcher, and then he started in the doubleheader against Orleans last week, 0-2 to come into today.
The lineup that Watts-Brown is facing begins with Homer Bush, the center fielder out of Grand Canyon University. Hitting second is Luke Schigler, the catcher out of Maryland. Hitting third is Chase Mydroth. He's playing second base. Mike Bovee in cleanup. Caden Connor hitting fifth. Luke Franzoni in the designated hitter spot. Batting seventh is Jack Costello. Hunter Haas hitting eighth. And William Hammer rounding out the YD order. First pitch from Watts-Brown is a fastball that misses outside for ball 1. Bush, a rising junior with the Lopes, and the next pitch, I should say, to him misses low and away for ball 2.
He is not a stranger to summer ball, played in the Appalachian League last summer.
2-0. Fastball misses inside this time. It's now 3-0, and Watts-Brown couldn't believe that one. 10 at-bats this season for Bush, 3 hits to his name with an RBI in the CCBL. 3-0 from Watts-Brown. Fastball, that one finds the zone. It's now 3-1. It's so important. Watts-Brown was talking to me. The last time he started was in that doubleheader, and this is his mentality throughout. Always 2 words, strike 1. There's a line shot up the middle and through for a base hit. Yarmouth-Dennis puts its first man on. It's a leadoff single from Homer Bush. And the Red Sox are in business.
Well, Bush totaled 58 hits in his sophomore season with the GCU Lopes. Not really a home run hitter, but he had some nice contact, hitting .270 with GCU this past spring. Leads off the game with a single.
So it's Luke Schliger at the plate. He's in the left-handed batter's box, righty on lefty duel. First pitch, and Bush is already going. It's ball 1. Throw down the second. He got him. What a rifle from Jacob Cozart. There's one gone here in the bottom of the first. No score between the Doors and Sox.
And he got a great jump, too, so you got to give credit to Cozart for even being able to get that throw in there to make it contested. Homer Bush stole a lot of bases at GCU this year. So now, one gone, nobody on.
Let's check that. It's actually 0-1, and now it's 1-1. We'll say that ball did look a little high on that first pitch to Schliger. But the count even at 1 either way, and Watts-Brown deals a breaking ball that he got a little bit over the top of. It's now 2-1. 2-1. Breaking ball right down the pipe. Strike 2. Schliger comes out of Danbury, Connecticut. Has 4 hits this season with an RBI and 19 at-bats. Watts-Brown working from the windup, deals the 2-2. Fastball down the pipe, got him on strikes. Backwards K delivered to Luke Schliger, and there's 2 gone here in the bottom of the first. No score between Falmouth and Yarmouth-Dennis.
Well, that's the kind of response you want after giving up a leadoff single. Get some help from your catcher, Cozart, and then you retire the next batter you face via way of the K.
We talked about how Cozart loves to catch for Watts-Brown. That was just something he talked to me about when I talked to Jerron last week, saying, I was like, how do you feel about Jerron starting? It's like, oh, this is perfect. I love catching Jerron. My favorite guy to catch to, like, on this team. You know, just loves the control that Jerron does, puts it in the right spot. You got to give it to Watts-Brown. He's got great control. First pitch to Chase Mydroth. Fastball misses low and away. Ball 1. Mydroth is playing second base, comes out of San Diego.
Another Maricosta guy.
You love those Maricosta guys, don't you, Logan?
There are a lot of them on the Cape.
A lot of them on the Cape. Now 2-0 on Mydroth. He's from Manhattan Beach, California. Rising junior, majoring in business. 2-0 at the letters. It's a fastball, and it's strike one.
Hit .329 with the Toreros this past spring. Had a very, very fine sophomore season.
He's reached base in 4 straight games. Here's the 2-1. That curveball's a 55-footer. It's now 3-1. That's the second 3-1 count we've gotten today. The other one came from Homer Bush, who lined it right up the middle and threw for a base hit to cross factor in center field. Righty on righty duel. Watts Brown shakes not once but twice. Now he calls time. He's back on the mound. Working from the windup. Deals the 3-1. It's strike two. Mydra thought it was ball 4. He dropped the bat and started strolling over to first base. But home plate umpire Joseph Labella says, hey, come back. You got at least one more pitch, my friend.
Now he's got to be careful here if he takes ball 4.
Yeah.
May not be so friendly.
So an advantage here for Watts Brown with the count full. 2 gone, bottom of the first, no score between the Doors and Sox. Here's the pitch, breaking ball fouled back behind us and out of play.
I missed a car by about 4 feet and got a dumpster.
I'm glad it wasn't ours.
Yeah, there you go.
Joseph Labella behind the plate, Louis D. Louise at first base, and Mark Delaney over at third. Those are your umpires today here at Red Wilson Field. Payoff pitch. Fastball hit to the right side. Walsh running over to his left. He slides, and he can't make the grab. We'll do the 3-2 again.
He made a very fine catch. What was that at? Was that at Katuitt where he made a nice catch?
That
Basically
was
sliding
at
the warning track.
Oh, where was that?
He had a very fine catch. I believe it was Hyannis.
Yes, it was
was
Hyannis.
Hyannis.
It was Hyannis. Because I remember you didn't think he caught it.
Yeah, oh, well, that's the beauty of being behind the dugouts.
Yeah. Falmouth on the first base side yet again. Death taxes. That's where they are at home, and that's where they normally find themselves on the road, too. Here's the 3-2. Going with the fastball again. Grounder on the left side. Mooney picks it up at short. Couple of steps. Chuck over to first in time for the third out. So the Red Sox go down 1-2-3 thanks to Jacob Kozart gunning Homer Bush here in the bottom of the first. Let's go to the top of the second. No score between the Doors and Sox here in South Yarmouth. You're listening to the Cape Cod Baseball League on the Commodores Radio Network. Top of the second inning here in Game 1 of a Sunday doubleheader between the Commodores and the Red Sox. No score here in Game 1 from South Yarmouth. It's a beautiful day here on Cape Cod with Logan Safarenko and our field reporter Carter Bainbridge. I'm Trey Redfield. So happy to have you with us for our radio broadcast. It's Lions on for his second inning of work. The first man he's facing in this top half is Corey Collins. Righty on lefty duel. First pitch to Corey is fouled to the left side and out of play. 0-1 on the Georgia Bulldog.
Boy, this kid's been all over the place. DH yesterday, played right. Was victim of that weird home run. Now he's in left today. Didn't even play the outfield at Georgia.
Yeah. Lions with the 0-1. Breaking ball down the pipe, strike 2. Yeah, we've seen a lot of Collins in the outfield, like you said, but spent a lot of time DHing last year and this year at Georgia, most of the time behind, or some time as well behind the plate, but never really in the outfield. 0-2. Fastball, he goes after the high cheese over to the left side, and that one goes foul and out of play behind the YD dugout on the third base side, so we'll do the 0-2 again. Collins, a rising junior who's hitting 143 this season in the CCBL. No homers and RBIs to his name just yet. But he had 11 home runs and 37 RBIs with the Bulldogs this year. 0-2 the count on Collins. Righty on lefty duel, no one gone, top of the second. Here's the pitch. Curveball, misses low, ball one.
Another great job laying off of that breaking ball that one-hops the plate.
You can tell Falmouth has done its homework.
Mm.
After a nice 6-4 win over Wareham last night at the Gov. Oh boy, does that feel good to say. Finally, there was a home game. Here's the 1-2. Going with the curveball again, and Collins swings and misses at strike three. That's Lions' third strikeout today, and there's one gone here in the top of the second. No score between the Doors and Sox.
Lions second base, number 21 from Canton.
Well, that was a breaking ball that did not one-hop the plate.
Yeah.
It was a filthy breaking ball that went from the strike zone and disappeared right to below the knees for a hitter's nightmare location.
Just has to get there, right? Here's Maui Ahuna. He's playing second base today. Another righty on lefty duel. First pitch to Maui. Goes with a breaking ball. Strike one right down the pipe. I'll tell you what, Lions is starting to find it with that curveball.
Now he's got a righty on lefty, as you mentioned, so he's going to try and go inside, but not afraid to go to the outside part of the strike zone with that breaking ball.
Let's find out what he does here. 0-1 the count on the second baseman out of Tennessee. Here's the pitch. Goes to the fastball. Fouled back. Left side. Out of play. That's like the fourth or fifth foul ball over there. Kids galore.
Big open field behind Red Wilson Field as well.
Yeah.
A lot of grass and a lot of land.
So 0-2 the count on Ahuna. No score between Falmouth and Yarmouth-Dennis in game one of a doubleheader. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball fouled off Ahuna, who actually catches it off the bounce. Not bad, Maui. So we'll do the 0-2 again. Drew Brutcher on deck, the right fielder out of South Florida. Ahuna back in the lefty batter's box. Lions waiting for his sign from Luke Schigler. Here comes the 0-2. Ahuna checks his swing. Yes, he does. 1-2.
Not even contested. Didn't even bring the barrel around at all. Did not extend those fists from beyond about mid-chest. Therefore, no swing.
So 1-2 the count on Ahuna. One gone, top of the second. No one on. Lions deals. Fastball, high and outside. Ball two.
Hasn't really thrown that high fastball too much. Probably why Ahuna elected to take that pitch with two strikes.
The Commodores are disciplined, starting to figure things out. Here comes the 2-2. Breaking ball, now the count's full. Misses low and inside. But talking about how this team's starting to figure it out. Last Sunday, they get swept by Orleans. Since then, they haven't lost a game. They're 3-0-1 in their last 4 games. Full count to Ahuna. One gone, top of the second. Lions from the windup. Fastball in and out of the glove. Ahuna swung at it. He got a piece of it, but Schligger couldn't corral behind the plate, so we'll do the 3-2 again.
Nice long 7-pitch at bat. Ahuna trying to win it. Send it over to Brutcher.
The 3-2 yet again. Fastball, Ahuna hits it to the left side, tailing foul. Will it get down? Yes, it will. Ahuna lives to see another day. Costello was coming into his right, but the ball beat him to the ground by a couple of steps.
Lions had 19 pitches in the first inning. Pitch count going up just a little bit here with Ahuna
Are you doing
working
the
it.
dots thing that I was doing?
I am, yes.
Attaboy.
I am doing
Attaboy.
I'm doing the balls and strikes.
Good job. Carter Bainbridge, our field reporter, told me he started doing that too. Not bad, guys. Here's the 3-2. Fastball fouled back. What a battle by Ahuna.
This is the 9th pitch that was just fired. 10th on its way.
Here it comes, payoff pitch. Breaking ball, Ahuna hits a chopper to the right side foul. Ahuna getting some cheers from the Falmouth dugout saying, hey, good job, Maui. Keep it going. Let's go. It's now 10 pitches, like Logan said.
The 11th on its way.
Yeah.
Jeez.
3-2 to count, one gone, top second. No score between the Doors and Sox. Here's Lions. Does not get his sign. Time is called. Now gets it from Schliger and deals. Breaking ball, and Ahuna went around. He knew it too. Great battle either way from Maui Ahuna. And there is 2 gone here in the top of the second. That's Lions' 4th K.
From South Florida, Drew Butcher.
So now it's Drew Brutcher, the right fielder out of USF. Another righty on lefty matchup. And Lions deals. Goes to the breaking ball, and it finds the lower part of the zone, strike 1. Thought that got below Brutcher's knees, but Joseph Labella says otherwise, so 0-1 to count as the YD infield quickly moves into the shift over on the right side. 0-1, Brutcher cuts on it and misses. 0-2. No runs, no hits, no errors for Falmouth. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors for Yarmouth-Dennis here in this top half of the second. 0-2 the count on Brutcher with 2 gone. Here's the pitch. Curveball again, and it got his foot. So it's a hit by pitch. That's how Brutcher gets aboard, and now that's going to bring up the catcher, Jacob Kozar.
Take base runners any way you can. I think they're actually going to talk about this.
He's telling them to. Is he telling them to come back? He's coming back. I heard it hit off his foot, but. So the reason why Brutcher is coming back is because Mark Delaney, the third base umpire, and Louis DeLuise, the first base umpire, didn't see it. So instead of a hit by pitch, it's 1-2 on Brutcher. Ryan Eiley over on the first base side, the first base coach today for the Doors, asking Joseph LaBelle, is like, you didn't hear it? I guess they didn't. Let's play on. Here's the 1-2. Go with the curveball, and it's a swing and a miss for strike 3. That's now 5 Ks by Jared Lyons through 2 innings. He's dealing so far as we head into the bottom of the second. Bobby, Connor, and Franzoni due up for YD as you're listening to the Cape Cod Baseball League on the Commodores Radio Network. Into the bottom of the second here at Red Wilson Field. No score between the Commodores and Red Sox. And Jerron Watts-Brown is on for his 2nd inning of work after sitting down the Red Sox in order. 1, 2, 3 last time out. Now 4, 5, 6, and it starts with Mike Bovee, left-handed hitter out of Nebraska, Omaha, and he starts things off with a 1-0 count.
I have to be specific. He's not a Cornhusker.
Watts-Brown with 1-0. Breaking ball misses low, now 2-0.
What's their mascot over there? The Canes? Like something weird, right?
Yeah, that one I actually don't know.
It's not Cornhuskers.
2-0 is a fastball fouled to the left side and out of play. Yeah, it's Omaha, the University of Omaha, Nebraska. So
correct.
They're in the Summit League. It's not the Cornhuskers, not Nebraska Lincoln. What's the capital of Nebraska, Logan?
It's Omaha.
No, it's not. It's Lincoln.
It's Lincoln?
Yeah, 2-1. Bouncer on the right side. Watts Brown thought he was going to get it. That's not the case. Instead, it's Halter at second base who flings it over. Check that. It's actually Ahuna who makes the first out. So used to Colby Halter over there at second base and not Maui Ahuna. He's getting his first start with the Doors at second base today. Either way, he gets the 4-3 put out. There's one gone here in the bottom of the second. Still nothing between Falmouth and Yarmouth-Dennis.
Going back to that Mavericks.
Ah, yes.
They're the Mavericks.
Mavericks. So now it's Caden Connor at the plate. Another righty on lefty matchup. Watts Brown is working from the windup, takes a deep breath, gets his sign, deals the first pitch, fastball, misses inside, ball 1. Connor comes out of Cal State Fullerton. He's playing first base today. He's ready for the 1-1, and Watts Brown deals it, fastball down the pipe, strike 1. Connor hitting .289 this season with no homers and 4 RBIs. 2 extra base hits to his name as well. The 1-1. Breaking ball, misses low and in, ball 2. That was a great pitch from Watts Brown. That's what you call a good miss.
That's a miss you're okay with. You got the Big West on Big West matchup. Fullerton and Long Beach State, both in that conference.
Dirtbag on Titan. 2-1. Fastball ripped to right center field. Factor moving to his left side and makes the grab. Great read by Cross Factor in what's a short, very short center field. Only .352 to dead center. Either way, Factor makes the play, and there's 2 gone here in the bottom of the second.
Well, you got to be careful with the wind traveling, too.
Get to say a quick hello to CCBL President Chuck Sturdivant. Always a pleasure to see him. First pitch from Watts Brown to Luke Franzoni is spiked in the dirt. A fastball that misses for ball 1. Franzoni, a rising grad student out of Xavier. Got his undergrad. Is going to stay with the Musketeers this upcoming season. He looks at a nice slider that finds the middle of the zone for strike 1. So the count now even on Franzoni. Bottom of the second here at Red Wilson Field. No score between the Doors and Sox. 1-1, misses high and tight. Ball 2. Watts Brown starting to work quickly. More quickly than he normally does. Already has his sign. 2-1. Breaking ball that misses the glove of Kozar. Kozar had it. I thought he did.
He thought it went by him, but he tried to hold it near the strike zone just to see if it would have gotten the call. Was not the case.
So it's 3-1 now on Franzoni. There's a bouncer to the left side. Taylor picks it up. Long throw over to first, but it's there for the 3rd out. So Watts Brown sitting down YD yet again in order. It's now Kozart, Factor, and Mooney at the top of the order. Due up for the Doors when we come back for the top of the 3rd. You're listening to the Cape Cod Baseball League on the Commodores Radio Network.
Well, guys, the YD Red Sox are 5-1-1 since smoking Harwich 11-0 on June 18th. YD has overcome a sluggish start and come alive with the bats, not too much unlike the Doors. Falmouth started 0-3 this season, but since that first off day have gone 5-3-1. The Commodores also haven't lost a game their last 4 times out. So this doubleheader today is arguably between the 2 hottest teams on the Cape in their respective divisions. Guys?
Well, Carter, statistically, They are the two hottest teams. Both of them have a 2-game winning streak, and they're knotted up at nothing here at Red Wilson Field. The Doors and Sox for the first game of a Sunday doubleheader. Jared Lyons on for his third inning of work, and his first pitch to Jacob Cozart is a breaking ball that finds the outer half for strike one. Cozart behind the plate today for this first game. He's a rising sophomore out of NC State, hitting a little under 100 on the season. Righty on lefty matchup. Here's the 0-1. Fastball that misses low, rolling all the way to us. Logan could have made that play. It's now 1-1. About making a play on a pass ball. Never really heard that before, right? A broadcaster making a play on a pass ball. Count even at 1, no one gone here in the top of the third. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball that I'm about to make.
Give me another one.
Bounces right in front of us on the
one.
fence. It's now 1-2. Cross Factor doing more work than his swings on deck. He's picking up a couple of ground balls as well. So 1-2 the count on Cozy. No score here at Red Wilson Field in the top of the third. Lyons working from the windup, deals the 1-2. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike 3. That's now 6 Ks offered by Lyons. There's one gone here in the top of the third.
4 in a row. Going back to the first, actually it's 5.
5 in a row from the last down in the first all the way until now.
He has struck out 5 the last 5 he has faced.
So here's Cross Factor at the plate, the center fielder out of Oklahoma City University. First pitch to Cross, misses low and inside for ball 1. Makes you think of what happened last night with Wareham's Eric Swan, who just went right through the Falmouth lineup. Either way, the Doors found their way in front and got a 6-4 win as the 1-0 is fouled off by Factor, and it bounces off of the catcher Luke Schliger, who has to walk it off for a couple of seconds. Home plate umpire Joseph Labella coming out to talk to Jared Lyons just to give the battery mate some time. So it's 1-1 on Factor, the NAIA Player of the Year. Falmouth nothing, YD nothing here in the top of the third with 1 gone and nobody on. 1-1 is the count on Factor, who's hitting .111 this season. No homers and RBIs to his name just yet. Righty on lefty matchup. The 1-1 from Lyons. Fastball misses low and away, ball 2.
He's worked some counts, though. He's done a good job fouling pitches off, but also running some counts full. Not as many as Braden Taylor, but still does the job.
Wind blowing it towards the fences here at Red Wilson Field. Here's the 2-1. Factor fouls it back over on the left side, now 2-2.
Right on cue.
The dimensions, again, if you're just joining us, 346 to left, 338 to right, and get this, 352 to center field. Factor has to deal with that defensively playing center field today. And field at a normal depth. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball, cut on a miss for strike 3. Make that now 6 in a row on strikeouts for Lyons. He's up to 7 now, and there's 2 gone here in the top of the third. No score between the Doors and Sox.
Oh, that is impressive. Now he's got 16 strikeouts, or 17, I should say, coming into today right now. Just insane.
Now at the top of the order for the second time today, Alex Mooney at the plate. Righty on lefty matchup. First pitch to Alex. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike 1.
They even got him chasing.
Well, now Lyons' curveball is starting to work. He's starting to figure out where exactly he wants to place that spiked curve. When Mooney was at the plate, he kept hitting the dirt before home plate. Here's the 0-1. Fouled off the knee pad of Schliger. It's now 0-2.
He's been taking a beating bat there these past couple of batters.
And Lyons is starting to get into a groove as well. Right when he gets the ball, just a couple of seconds after, he's already into his windup. 0-2 the count. 2 gone here in the top of the third. No score between Falmouth and Yarmouth-Dennis. Lyons gets his sign and deals. Going with the breaking ball. Mooney fouls it off over to the left side. On top of the YD dugout, we'll do the 0-2 again. Falmouth yet to grab a hit today. It's only had 1 base runner. It was Braden Taylor who walked on a 3-1 count in the top of the first. The 0-2. A changeup this time. Mooney gets a piece of it, fouls it to the left side. He lives to see another day, but down 0-2.
I'm just trying to stay alive in that at bat. 4-pitch at bat, nobody in that bullpen for the Sox just yet.
No one in that Falmouth bullpen either. Lyons is going to work. Here's the 0-2. Curveball, and Mooney goes around, so he's got to run. Schliger going to pick it up, makes the easy throw over to first, and that's how the top of the third ends. Man, Jared Lyons is dealing here at Red Wilson Field. That's now 7 straight strikeouts that he's offered to the Commodores, and Lyons has 8 in total. We go to the bottom of the third. Costello, Haas, and Hammett are due up for YD. 7-8-9 after this. You're listening to the Cape Cod Baseball League on the Commodores Radio Network. Well, we've talked a lot about what Jared Lyons has done for the Red Sox on the mound, but you also got to give Jerron Watts-Brown some credit. Keeping it a 0-0 score here at Red Wilson Field between the Commodores and Red Sox. Jack Costello leading things off here in the bottom of the third. Righty-on-righty matchup. And first pitch from Watts-Brown, a breaking ball at the knees, down the pipe for strike one. I guess one or the other. It was at the knees, and it was in the middle of the strike zone. So we'll roll with that. You can't really go with down the pipe and at the knees. We live and we learn. Here's the 0-1. Fastball misses outside. Check swing. He checked it. 1-1. Costello playing left field today. Comes out of San Diego. He's one of those boys that you love, Logan.
He's right next door. I go to school. Simi Valley. It's hometown.
1-1. Another breaking ball. That one is down the pipe, and it's strike two.
Went to Chaminade High School. The Smurf Turf. They have a blue football field at Chaminade.
No way. Here's the 1-2. Bouncer left side foul. We'll do the 1-2 again. A blue football field.
They
It's
do.
like Boise State.
They do. And they call it the Smurf Turf. And
Smurf
rather
Turf.
than have it a 1,600-meter track, it is a 1,500-meter track.
Really?
So a little fun fact about Jack Costello's high school at Chaminade.
1-2. Curveball misses outside, now 2-2. So there's the blue turf there and at Boise State. Purple and gray at Central Arkansas. Gray at Eastern Michigan. And there's a red field at Eastern Washington. 2-2 pitch, misses outside, full count. But that's on a football field. We're on a baseball field today. It's a beautiful Sunday doubleheader here at Yarmouth-Dennis, where it's no score between the Doors and Sox. Payoff pitch from Watts-Brown, misses low and away. That's ball 4.
It was the first full count that Watts-Brown has allowed to a YD Red Sox since the first inning.
Playing shortstop, number 2, from Texas A&M University.
We'll find out if Cozart can gun down another base runner. Last time there was a base runner for YD, it was the first one. Homer Bush Jr. got aboard with a single. He went on the first pitch offered to Luke Schliger, and Cozart gunned down Bush on a 2-6 caught stealing. So here's Hunter Haas, the Texas A&M Aggie playing shortstop today. Another righty-on-righty matchup. Watts-Brown working from the stretch, deals the first pitch. Fastball at the letters, strike one.
Thing had some pop to it on the catcher's mitt of Jacob Cozart.
Haas hitting .241 this season. No home runs, no RBIs. Costello leads off first. Has a modest lead over there. Walsh holding him on. And Watts-Brown deals. Going with the breaking ball. It's cut on a miss for strike two.
Well, he's relied a lot on ground balls and flyouts. Only one strikeout. He wants his second one right here.
A little bit of a different story. Watts-Brown has been going through the YD order, but not the same way as Lyons has the other way. Lyons has been doing it with K's. Watts-Brown, like you said, has been doing it with jams. 0-2 pitch. Fastball that's spiked. Gets over the glove of Cozart. It's a wild pitch. That sends Costello over to second base. So 1-2 the count now on Haas. Rising junior out of A&M. He was just at Arizona State. We announced he's headed over to College Station on June 10th following Mike Early, who is the former Arizona State hitting coach. Righty on righty duel, no one gone, bottom third. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball, cut on and miss, strike three. Cozart loved the spot and he got it. There's two gone. Here, there's actually one gone, excuse me. One gone in the bottom of the third.
Playing right field, number 8.
Man, football fields and forgetting how many outs there are. Story of my life. So one gone here in the bottom of the third. Falmouth nothing, Yarmouth-Dennis nothing. Got a little too excited. That was a great spot from Cozart. And Watts Brown put it right there.
We've only seen one hit between both clubs today.
William Hamiter at the plate. Righty on lefty duel, man on second. First pitch, hit to the left side, foul out of play. A screamer over there that got a lot of pop off the bat. So 0-1 the count on the right fielder out of Alabama, who played alongside Andrew Pinckney with the Tide this season.
Hit 266 in his junior season this past spring. Drove in 27.
Costello with the lead off second. Mooney heads back over to his normal position at shortstop. And Watts Brown deals the 0-1. Blocked by Cozart. Did he go around? Yes, he did. Hamner can't check his swing, and it's now 0-2 on the rising senior.
Ooh, that was a close one.
It's a close one, and Yarmouth-Dennis didn't like
the reaction.
Dug out all of them looking over at Mark Delaney over at third base. As Hamner steps back into the left-handed batter's box. Watts Brown working from the stretch, awaits his sign from Cozart. Gets it. Costello with a lead off second. One gone here in the bottom of the third. Fastball misses low, now 1-2.
Watts Brown had a very fast second inning, just 13 pitches. Trying to limit the pitch count in a doubleheader so you don't have to use a lot of arms.
That's right. Costello on second. He's the only man on. One gone, bottom of the third. Doors nothing, Sox nothing. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike three. Now there's two gone, and Watts Brown has his third strikeout today.
Back to back. Don't let him get comfy with that breaking ball. And he's doing it. I got the top of the order. Homer Bush coming up.
There is one hit on the scoreboard. That hit came from Homer Bush. He's playing center field, comes out of Grand Canyon. 1 for 1 today. An opportunity to bring Costello around. First pitch to Bush. Breaking ball foul to the left side over at that Whitey dugout. Nice play made over there by Gunnar Goldsmith. We'll probably be seeing him later today. It's the first of two, a Sunday doubleheader here at Red Wilson Field. Falmouth and YD knotted up at nothing. 0-1 the count, two gone here in the bottom of the third. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, he went around in the dirt, blocked by Cozart. It's now 0-2 on Bush.
Has the opportunity to strike out the side here.
He's got back-to-back Ks. Let's find out if Watts Brown can do it 3 in a row right here. Costello leads on second. Ahuna moving over to his right side a little bit, trying to play with him. Now moves back to his normal spot at second base. Here's the 0-2. Fastball down the pipe, strike three. There it is. 3 in a row from Watts Brown. He's up to 4 this afternoon. We're through 3 here at Red Wilson Field, and there's still no score in South Yarmouth. Top of the fourth coming up. You're listening to the Cape Cod Baseball League on the Commodores Radio Network.
Back here at Red Wilson Field alongside Carter Bainbridge, our field reporter, and Trey Redfield, today's lead play-by-play broadcaster. I'm Logan Sanfranco doing innings 4 for 5 and with you guys as Colby Halter will lead things off for the Falmouth Commodores. The left-hander steps in. Lyons still the pitcher. Here's the first pitch to Halter. Cut on and miss, strike one. Colby Halter DHing today. He's played a lot of second base. We thought he was there today. Maui Ahuna doing that duty today. Halter struck out back in the first on 4 pitches. 0-1 the count in a scoreless ball game. Here's the pitch from Lyons. Did he go around? And he did. 0-2.
He answered your question. Joseph LaBella behind the plate. You asked did he go around right after. Yes, he did. All you got to do is ask.
Yeah, and you will get that answer.
Yeah.
0-2 the count. Here's the pitch from the righty. Pulled into right center field, down for a base hit. Cut off by Hammiter, and Halter will stay over at first with a leadoff single. It's the first base hit for the Falmouth Commodores, and it snaps a streak of 7 in a row retired via way of the K since the first inning, 8 in total.
The streak was so long we had to pause and count it for a second. My goodness. About time someone got aboard, and it's the right guy, too. Halter leads the team in stolen bases with 6. Let's find out what he does on the base paths this time around.
Braden Taylor steps in to face the righty Lyons, who walked back in the first inning. Here's the first pitch to him. That misses inside, 1-0. And we talked about Braden Taylor working those full counts, but we also said Colby Halter has been that guy that just leads off an inning with a base knock, and that's exactly what he did here in the top of the 4th inning. 1-0 the count to Taylor as the count total reads his jersey number, 10. Halter over at first. Lyons from the stretch, he deals. Breaking ball, catches the outside part of the strike zone for strike number 1.
That was creative. 10 with the count.
Oh, yeah.
That was smooth. I got to give you that one,
Thank you.
man. That was good.
Halter, as you mentioned, has been very active on the bases. Got some jumps last night. He's also been caught stealing it. That's what happens when you're on those bases. Pick-off play over to first. Nothing applied in ways of the tag.
Get a lot of those, too. When you're that fast and you're that aggressive like Halter, you're going to get a lot of pick-off moves. We saw a lot of them over there the other day. Forgot which game it was, but it's starting to become a usual.
The 1-1. Breaking ball is sent foul out of play, 1-2 the count. So that streak was indeed 7 straight batters retired via way of the K. 8 strikeouts in total for the starting pitcher, Jared Lyons. And in a doubleheader, you want your starting pitcher to go deep and save your bullpen arms. Taylor behind in the count, 1-2. Very good 2-strike hitter, very good full count hitter. Halter takes his lead over at first. They got Halter hung up as they throw back over to first. And Halter is tagged by the second baseman, and Halter is retired. 1 gone. Very fine move by Jared Lyons. And all of a sudden, Taylor's at-bat gets that much more important. It was the shortstop Haas that applied the tag. And they've been shifting all over the place.
So now a 1-3-6 pickoff play, and the shift is applied to Taylor. Seen that on Drew Brutcher. Now we're getting it on Braden.
The 1-2 misses outside. 2-2 the count. Lyons working out of the windup now. Nobody down in that Whitey bullpen as Braden Taylor looks to get a new base runner on board. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball is cut on and missed. There's strikeout number 9 for Jared Lyons.
There he goes again. Hopefully this isn't the start of another streak. It's up to Walsh here, though, to get something going. I said he was due yesterday. Worked out in my favor. Let's find out if he gets a hit here. Maybe me saying let's find out if he gets a hit can bring some good luck to the doors.
Struck out back in the first inning. This was the pitcher of the week in week 1 of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Here's the first pitch to the Oregon first baseman. It's a breaking ball, and it's in there for strike 1. Walsh, we said it, has been very hot these past couple of days. 0-1 the count, 2 outs, 1 hit apiece, still scoreless. Here's the pitch. cut on and missed, nothing in 2. And Lyons is just feeling it right now.
And that infield staying in a shift as well. There's a lot of left-handed batters, and teams are starting to notice that.
0-2 the count, 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning. Here's the pitch from Lyons. Breaking ball is chopped foul off of Walsh himself. We'll do it again. Walsh, who doesn't really strike out that much, had a streak earlier this week where he did in consecutive games. Just trying to extend this inning. Here's the 0-2. Chop foul again. Nice little 4-pitch 0-2 at bat here by Jacob Walsh. Jacob Walsh has struck out 7 times this season. The team leader, I should say, Maui Ahuna and Andrew Pinkney tied at 13. 0-2 the count, 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning. Lyons from the windup, he fires. Breaking ball is cut on and missed into the dirt for strike 3. The catcher Schliger throws over to first, and there is strikeout number 10 for Jared Lyons. As we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, still scoreless in today's first game of the doubleheader as you're listening to the Cape Cod Baseball League on the Falmouth Commodores Radio Network. Back here at Red Wilson Field, still scoreless. Whitey Red Sox and the Falmouth Commodores. Bottom of the 1st inning, the catcher Luke Schliger. First pitch to him is a breaking ball in there for strike number 1. Jerron Watts-Brown still on the bump for the Falmouth Commodores. Allowed just 1 hit and 1 walk. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Ground ball right side. That's a foul ball. Nice little backhanded scoop by Walsh as he fires back over to the Falmouth dugout. Counts now 0-2. Luke Schliger struck out swinging back in the 1st inning. It was Jerron Watts-Brown's first strikeout. Both sides with 1 hit apiece. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That misses outside. 1-2. Very fine 2-strike miss. Watts-Brown had an 18-pitch 1st inning, 13-pitch 2nd inning, and 17-pitch 3rd inning. 3 pitches in this at bat. Here's the 4th one. It misses high. 2-2.
We talked about Watts-Brown finding strike 1. You got to keep it going. You know, we talked about the strike 1 mentality. That's to get you into the groove. You're already in. Got to stay in if you're Watts-Brown.
Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball is lined right to Mooney, and he makes the catch. 1 gone in the bottom of the 4th inning.
He didn't even move. He looked like a catcher there. The finish and everything. He was in position and then started to go down to a crouch like how Jacob Kozart does and made the snag like it was strike 3 on the outer half.
And the ball trailed a little bit, perhaps had a little bit of top spin. Chase Mydroff, the 2nd baseman, steps in. Another Torero on this roster. 2nd Torero in this starting lineup. Watts from the windup. Here's the first pitch. It misses outside. Mydroff at 329 with the Toreros this year. Started in all of his games. 56 to be exact, where he hit 10 home runs. The 1-0 pitch to him. breaking ball catches the outside part of the strike zone for strike number 1. Counts even at 1 apiece. We talked about how Watts Brown has been able to attack, and there's some vocalization from the YD Red Sox dugout, and home plate umpire kind of jumping in saying, we don't want that.
Yeah.
First time we've seen that. A lot of oohs and ahs throughout the game, not just in this one, but throughout the league as well. The 1-1 misses outside, 2-1.
Yeah, one of the guys in the Red Sox dugout was chirping, "That was a ball," and Joseph LeBeau was like, "No, it wasn't."
2-1 the count. Here's the pitch. 3-1 the count now. And just some catchers and somebody tossing down in that Falmouth bullpen. We'll get you a number once we have a better visual. 3-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball's in there for strike number 2. The count's run full. Jerron Watts Brown searching for his 5th strikeout. Lyons on the other end has 10 for YD. Here's the payoff pitch. And he walked him. It's a 1-out walk to the YD Red Sox second baseman. It's only the second walk by Watts Brown.
And the other one came in the top of the 3rd. It was a leadoff walk from Jack Costello. Found himself at second base off a wild pitch. Watts Brown can get himself out of jams. He can get out of things where guys are on base. So this is nothing new to Jerron.
So now here is Mike Bovee from Nebraska, Omaha. First pitch to him is in there for strike 1. Nice little fake steal by Mydroth over at first as he stays over there. The count's now at 0-1.
The fake and a delay, the whole thing you got to do is draw a throw, and they almost did that right there.
Yeah, got Cozart thinking I should maybe throw back to first. 0-1 the count, 1 out in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's the pitch. That is in there for strike number 2, and Watts Brown says, I'm going to ignore Mydroth, focus on Bovee here as he has him stuck in an 0-2 hole.
I mean, he did look over there. He did look over there.
As your routine usually does.
Thoughts in the back of the head, at least.
He comes set on an 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. That misses low. 1-2 the count. Mydroth drew a 6-pitch walk. Last walk we saw was to lead off the top of the 3rd inning by Watts Brown. That was to Jack Costello, the other Torero in this lineup. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball misses low. Bovee does a nice job laying off, and the count is now even at 2-2.
Seen Watts Brown be ahead in some of these counts. You know, there's been a lot of full counts. He's won some battles. He's lost a couple. He's got to clear the mechanism if you're Watts Brown. Stay in the zone.
2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Did he check his swing? He did not. It is strike 3, and there are 2 gone. That is strikeout number 5 for Jerron Watts Brown, as that brings up the first baseman, Caden Connor.
So not only did he not check his swing, he got a piece of the bat too. So either way, Bovee was going to go down with a strikeout.
So 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th now, as Caden Connor, who flew out to cross factor, probably the hardest hit ball we've seen all day, steps into the batter's box with 2 outs. Here's the first pitch to him. And that misses outside. 1-0 the count. Mydroth getting some interesting delayed moves over there at first. Caden Connor trying to extend this inning. The Cal State Fullerton Titan. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That is in there for strike number 1. 1-1 the count. Caden Connor, 55 games this year. 327 average, 4 home runs, 37 runs driven in, 42 runs, 2 stolen bases, and 2 triples. Has the count even at 1 apiece. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball misses up. 2-1. Perhaps a changeup. Had a little bit of oomph on it. The Commodores will have Corey Collins, Maui Ahuna, and Drew Brutcher due up in the top of the 5th inning. The 2-1 pitch. Spoiled foul, 2-2. Should it get to him, the DH Franzoni waits on deck. Both sides with one hit apiece. Neither defense has committed an error yet. Count even at 2. Mydroth over at first. Watts Brown comes set. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That misses upstairs, and the count is run full. Another full count by Watts Brown. And Mydroth will get a nice head start over there at first base with a full count at 2 outs.
If you're Watts Brown, just attack the batter. You know he's going to go get this out here at the plate. Watts Brown has an ability to control his game. Let's find out if he can do the same here on this payoff pitch.
And he steps off, and Mydroth able to get back in safely. No throw over to first, but been very interesting over there from a base runner's perspective. Caden Connor worked a 4-pitch at bat back in the second. The 6th pitch of this at bat on the way. Here's the payoff pitch. Runner goes. That pitch is spoiled foul. We'll do the full count pitch again.
These guys, the Wareham Gatemen, keep fighting off pitches, working full counts. The only thing we haven't seen is that they rip it to the fence and they get doubles. But this is what happens when you're a top 3 hitting team in the CCBL. The reason why you are is because you win battles like these. You keep fighting until the end.
Another payoff pitch, and he walked him with 2 outs. The 3rd walk from the right-hander from Long Beach State.
Number 44.
So that's going to bring up Franzoni. And Franzoni is the first real jam that we've seen from either side today. The short dimensions, we talked about it in the open, hasn't really played a big role in today's game just simply because the balls have not been hit. Cozart wants some time, and he is granted it to get on the same page with Watts Brown. Still 2 gone. Mydroth over at second, Caden Connor over at first. Franzoni the batter. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball is sent out to left center field. That is down for a base hit. It goes all the way to the wall. Mydroth is in to score. They're going to bring in Caden Connor. The throw to the plate is offline. The Red Sox are on top 2-0. Franzoni capitalizes with 2 outs. And that'll bring up Jack Costello. It's a 2-out, 2-run double. And here comes a mound visit, and we'll see if Watts Brown gets the hook. Watts Brown in the tail end of his starts has usually been where the trouble happens. Saw this at Harwich, and that's going to be it for Watts Brown. We'll see who they bring in as Jack Costello will come up. We'll step aside for this pitching change as you're listening to the Cape Cod Baseball League on the Falmouth Commodores Radio Network. back here at Red Wilson Field where the Red Sox are on top 2-0 in the bottom of the 4th inning with 2 outs. Jerron Watts-Brown's day is done. 3 2/3, 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He is responsible for the runner at second base. 3 walks, 5 punchies. He yields way to Mikey Tepper, a 5.87 ERA. In 4 games, he has made some appearances, 7 2/3 of work, 8 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned. He's walked 3 and struck out 6. And while we're on the spirit of national champions with the College World Series potentially ending today.
Ole Miss could wrap it up.
Yeah, Mikey Tepper, a 2021 national champion with Mississippi State. I'm sure they talked about it a lot last year when Tepper was with the Doors, rocking number 36. That was his number last year with the Doors. So that's going to bring up Jack Costello, who walked on his first at-bat back in the 3rd inning. It's a 6-pitch walk. So Tepper, who crashed my interviews last night, will try and send this to the 5th inning with just a 2-0 ball game. Runner at second, Franzoni. Here's the first pitch. Breaking ball misses outside. 1-0 the count. As I mentioned, Costello, the Torero, getting some nice chants from the Red Sox faithful. He's ahead in the count, 1-0. Here's the pitch. High pop-up. Twisting foul out of play as Kozar gives room. And a kid was positioned perfectly as it takes a very fine bounce, and he just sits right down on the bleachers and says, hey, look what I found.
That was so smooth.
1-1 the count now.
Charlotte Mox, our social media coordinator, was right there,
It's
too.
like,
I didn't want to say heads up because I didn't want to blast your eardrums. Like, I don't know. But, man, that was right next to us.
1-1 the count. Franzoni at second. The batter, Costello. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball is ripped up the middle for a base hit. They're going to bring in Franzoni. The throw from Factor is up the line, and it's now 3-0 Red Sox. As Costello has himself a 2-out RBI single. And that's going to bring up the shortstop, Hunter Haas.
So now the line is final for Watts-Brown. 3 earned runs, giving up only 2 hits, 3 2/3 innings pitched, a couple of walks, and 5 strikeouts. I don't know what it is, but every time Jerron Watts-Brown is on the mound, he can't get run support. It's so unfortunate because he's much better than his record is.
Just 1 hit for the Falmouth offense. First pitch to Haas misses down and in. 1-0 the count. Haas struck out swinging back in the 3rd inning. He is the 7th batter in this inning. So that runner at first belongs to Tepper. 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Inside, 2-0. Mikey Tepper, as we mentioned, has walked a few this year. Rocking number 8 for the Falmouth Commodores. Just looking to go to the 5th inning and get an out. Here's the pitch. 2-0 is grounded. That is a foul ball down the 3rd base line. Braden Taylor fires back over to Tepper, 2-1. And we've seen Taylor not afraid to throw that ball back over to first, even if it is foul right by the line, because he has that arm and he has that composure. We have seen him make a couple of costly errors, but the only one that really sticks with you is that Katuitt game. Made one last night, but Falmouth ended up winning that game either way. 2-1 the count. Here's the pitch. That misses down and in. 3-1 the count. Falmouth Commodores skip Jeff Trundy could get his 500th career win today with a win in either one of the doubleheader games. 3-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Broken bat. Left side, base hit. It goes all the way to Collins, and the 2-out hitting continues for the Red Sox. And it comes at the expense of a broken bat.
It's a good trade-off. Broken bat for a base hit. I'd take that any day of the week, but, I mean, if you're the Commodores, you got to find something here. Just keeps on going.
So we're going to have a pinch hitter for the Red Sox. Cole Carrig, another San Diego guy, this time about 15 minutes away from University of San Diego at San Diego State. batting lefty, so it's a lefty on righty matchup. In the words of Trey Redfield, here's the first pitch to him. Cut on and missed at a fastball upstairs. Cole Carrick hit .388 with the Aztecs this spring. 40 runs batted in. 3 home runs. Monster year with the Aztecs.
You don't like my lefty on righty matchup?
Oh, I love it.
Okay,
I
good.
took the words right out of your mouth, though.
Yeah, man. It's a description.
0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. One hops Cozart, 1-1 the count. So now when it comes to the kind of rest that Lyons has been getting, it's been a very lengthy inning, and he's had 10 strikeouts for the Red Sox. And he could do something very dangerous in the top of the 5th inning. 1-1 the count, 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball misses low, 2-1, and this inning is still rolling. So over at second is Costello. Haas over at first. 2-1 the count to Cole Carrick. Here's the pitch. That is in there for strike number 2, 2-2 the count.
He's got to keep doing that. Because Tepper, as he's working on the mound, he's been slipping a couple of times. You know, you just got to, sometimes all it takes is one to find out where exactly you want to place your feet and everything on an away mound. Tepper may have found it right here, but let's find out what he does right now on a 2-2 count.
Here's the pitch. Misses outside, 3-2. And Costello and Haas are going to have a nice head start. We said this back all the way when Mydroth was at the plate, which felt like forever ago when he walked. And he took off with 2 outs on a 3-2 count. Little check move from Tepper, no throw, to let the runners know he's thinking about him. Cole Carrick just finished his sophomore year at San Diego State, trying to open this thing up for the Red Sox. Tepper comes set, 3-2 the count. Here's the payoff pitch. He spiked it, and it's ball 4. The bases are going to be loaded. A very untraditional inning, quite frankly, that we've seen this entire week. Haven't seen too many of these never-ending innings. And we're going to have another mound visit. Nobody out there in that Falmouth Commodore bullpen, but we're going to have another visit. Now's a good time to tell you about our upcoming schedule with the Falmouth Commodores. This week especially. On Tuesday, we'll be at Wareham. Wednesday, back at home for a 3-game homestand. Take on the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. And then Thursday is the field commencement celebration as we take on the Bourne Braves. And Friday it'll be July 1st, playing the Brewster Whitecaps. Then we go to Bourne, the first time we go to Durant Park to take on the Los Bravos.
Ha!
And then we go
Muy
to
bien.
Katuitt on the 3rd. Or I beg your pardon, that's going to be at home. And then we go to Katuitt on July 4th, the 4th of July, and also our very nice broadcaster's 21st birthday.
Yeah, boy!
As we're going to have finally a YD Red Sox pitcher in the bullpen. And folks, it's not a new pitcher. It's Jared Lyons.
Oh my gosh, it is!
He is trying to stay warm out there because even though on a 80-degree clear skies day, very, very lengthy inning.
Yeah, and YD has gone through the entire order with Bush coming up to bat.
9th batter. Commodores 3 wins, no losses, and a tie this work week since the off day on Monday. So now here is the first pitch from the windup to Bush. One hops the plate, 1-0 the count. Bush had a leadoff single back in the first inning, but also struck out looking on 3 pitches back in the 3rd. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Tepper. Breaking ball is sent in the air, foul out of play. And the count is now even at 1. So Costello over at 3rd, Haas at 2nd, and Cole Carrick over at 1st. Impressive at bat off the bench. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch from Tepper. Breaking ball Misses inside, 2-1. Very troublesome inning as Homer Bush is ahead in the count, 2-1. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball is grounded foul down the third base line towards the third base coach, and the count is now even at 2 apiece. It felt like forever ago when we said this, but it feels like a good time to remind you. Corey Collins, Maui Ahuna, and Drew Brutcher will be due up for the doors in the top of the 5th as they're just trying to get there. 2-2 the count. Bases loaded in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's the pitch from Tepper. Jam shot spoiled foul out of play. We'll do it again. And we've seen these YD Red Sox batters work these counts.
They just don't go away.
They're not going away.
They don't go
The
away.
bat's coming alive here in the 4th. Tepper from the windup and the bases loaded. Trying to keep this game within striking distance. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball misses outside, and the count is now full. Another full count. And the last thing you want to do is walk in a run. Homer Bush Jr., the batter. Costello at third, Haas at second. Runners take off. Here's the payoff pitch. Popped up foul out of play. Right on top of the first base stands. We'll do it again.
And with Tepper going from the windup and these runners going with the bases loaded.
Huge jump.
Yeah, well, no.
Huge jump.
Costello's like legit 10 feet away from home plate.
Well,
He's the third base runner.
Yeah.
He was legit 10 feet away from home plate.
He's from the windup again on a full count. Runners take off again. Here's the pitch. Cut on and miss, strike 3. Tepper wins that battle, but the Doors trail 3-0 as we go to the top of the 5th inning. YD on top as you're listening to the Cape Cod Baseball League on the Falmouth Commodores Radio Network.
Corey Collins.
Back here at Red Wilson Field. Defensive replacement, as we can imagine. Carrig is now in right field. Just entering the game for Hamador. So Corey Collins leading it off against Jared Lyons, who has been dealing. First pitch to Collins is torched in the air to right center field. Coming in is Carrig, and he makes the catch. One gone here in the top of the 5th inning.
Wow, it wasn't from a strikeout.
There you go.
He's got, what, 10 of them?
10 strikeouts. 10 strikeouts,
Base, number 21 from Kansas,
1 hit.
Maui Ahuna.
So Maui Ahuna steps into the batter's box, struck out on a very lengthy at bat back in the 2nd inning. Here's the first pitch to him. He went around for strike number 1. Maui Ahuna's at bat back in the 2nd inning, 12 pitches. 0-1 count. Lyons from the windup. He deals. And the breaking ball misses low. But he did not just win pitcher of the week for nothing. He has been feeling it today. After a lengthy bottom of the fourth inning, he's back for more with some run support. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Another breaking ball, filthy one, cut on and missed for strike number 2, 1-2 the count.
And in that bottom half, he was warming up in the bullpen.
Mm-hmm.
We thought it was an arm in the bullpen. It was, but it was the arm that's on the mound right now.
See how long they let the righty ride today. 1-2 the count, 1 out in the top of the 5th inning. Here's the pitch. Low and inside, 2-2.
Don't be surprised if he goes back to that spike curveball. It's been working all day.
Maui Ahuna has struck out 14 times this year. 2-2 the count. From the windup, here's the pitch. Misses upstairs, 3-2. And we talk about how walks are so troublesome. Lyons has only walked one batter. That was Braden Taylor, kind of fitting, back in the first inning. 3-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball freezes him looking, and Maui Ahuna frustrated. 2 gone here in the top of the 5th inning.
It's now 11 strikeouts. Lions came into today with 10 strikeouts.
Playing right field, number
Wow.
16,
Wow.
South Florida,
Just wow.
Drew Butcher.
He has been feeling it today.
Yeah.
Now
Sounds about right.
here's Brutcher, who is trying to get something for the doors. First pitch to him, misses low, 1-0 the count. Brutcher struck out swinging on 4 pitches back in the 2nd inning. Clear skies here at Red Wilson Field in game 1 of the doubleheader. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Grounded right side, foul, 1-1. Nice little play there by Ryan Eiley, the first base coach for the Falmouth Commodores today. 1-1 the count. Nobody down in that Red Sox bullpen. Here's the pitch. Misses upstairs, 2-1. But you got to give credit to Jared Lyons, falling behind in counts, able to come back and win that battle. That was to Maui Ahuna. Cozart on deck. 2-1 the count, 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning in a 7-inning game. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball is sent foul the other way and out of play. 2-2 the count. Well, as we mentioned, these strikeouts have been in high demand today. 11 strikeouts for Lyons. Very impressive start. 2-2 the count, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball misses up. Another full count.
If there's one positive with all this, the pitch count's going up. The Commodores love to do this. They love to bring up the pitch count with these full counts.
Count is full. 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning. Beg your pardon. Here's the payoff pitch. That one is sent in the air to right field, and it's caught by Carrig. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Lyons has been dealing as the Red Sox are on top 3-0 as you're listening to the Cape Cod Baseball League on the Falmouth Commodores Radio Network.
Founded in 1855, the bank's
Well, back here at Red Wilson Field, Carter Bainbridge, the field reporter for today. 3 of the top 13 leaders in batting average coming into today play for Yarmouth-Dennis. Mike Bovey, Cole Carrig, and Caden Connor. High contact and high average hitters have led this Sox offense to rank 3rd in the league in runs scored, behind only Katuitt and Wareham. Whitey's identity is well established now, and they used that hitting prowess to put up 3 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning and left the bases loaded. We've seen them break through in the middle innings here in game 1 with designated hitter Luke Franzoni's 2-run double, the big blow so far. We'll have more as we head into the bottom of the 5th inning shortly.
Yeah, well, my thing's not loading, shithead.
Back here at Red Wilson Field, the Falmouth Commodores trail the Whitey Red Sox 3-0. Mikey Tepper's day is done. A third, 2 hits, no runs allowed. He did allow a run, it wasn't his. 1 walk and 1 strikeout. He yields way to the big left-hander from UConn, Garrett Coe, making his 2022 Falmouth Commodores debut. Be a lefty-on-lefty matchup.
Yeah, Coe, a lefty out of UConn, like you said, rising junior, sitting at 6'6", 256 pounds, 23 appearances with a 3.79 ERA this year in 38 innings pitched, 21 walks to 38 strikeouts. He knows Jeff Trundy really well, played with him at the Gunnery, where he was a 2019 team captain.
He will face Luke Schliger to lead off the 5th. Here's the first pitch to him. It's spoiled foul, 0-1. Schliger 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out back in the 1st. Lined out back in the 4th. Mikey Tepper had 21 pitches. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball, little jam shot, twisting towards the third base line, and that's going to fall for a fair ball and a base hit. Schliger is on with nobody out. And that'll bring up Mydroth.
Perfect spot right there. You get jammed. When you get jammed and you put in a great spot like that, take that any day of the week. You're aboard.
So Mydroth, who had a walk back in the 4th, and that led that base running party to do some cool stuff for the Sox. 3 runs on 5 hits. That inning specifically, 3 runs on 4 hits. First pitch from Coe. Misses upstairs. Coe was the #1 left-handed pitcher in the state of Connecticut in high school. Highly regarded left-hander. Currently at UConn. 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch. That misses upstairs, 2-0. Commodores will have game 2 at 5 o'clock. Josh Hartle is the scheduled starter, the lefty from Wake Forest, coming off a very fine outing against the Chatham Anglers. 2-0 the count. Here's the pitch. A little cross-up as the count is now at 3-0 in favor of Mydroth.
Yeah, Cozart and Coe spent a lot of time talking things over on the mound before Coe started his bottom half of the 5th inning, just trying to figure things out, tweaks, things like that. So that's going to be natural.
The 3-0 pitch. That misses inside, and Mydroth draws a 4-pitch walk. 2 on with nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The 2nd consecutive walk from Mydroth. And we have yet to receive word as to who the YD starter will be for game number 2. But as far as we're looking at right now, no one warming up in that bullpen for the Sox. You can only figure that Jared Lyons will come back on as the mound visit between Jacob Cozart and Garrett Coe is now over. So now here is Mike Bovee, the 2nd lefty batter to go against the lefty from UConn. Runners at 1st and 2nd. 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning. Schliger's at 2nd, Mydroth at 1st. Bovee shows bunt. He lays it down. Right back to Coe. Coe gathers and fires over to 1st. Low throw is picked up by Maui Ahuna. And it is a sac bunt as Bovee is retired. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th, but runners at 2nd and 3rd now. Very fine sac bunt. Not a good throw by Coe, but Maui Ahuna able to pick it up as the first baseman, Caden Connor, will step on up to the batter's box. The 3rd lefty batter in this inning. Very lefty-heavy lineup today for the Sox. The infield is in for the Commodores. Braden Taylor at 3rd base, Alex Mooney at shortstop, Maui Ahuna at 2nd, Jacob Walsh over at 1st. Schliger at 3rd, Mydroth at 2nd. Here's the first pitch to Connor. That is in there for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. Connor flew out to center back in the 2nd inning and walked back in the 4th. Caden Connor trying to open this thing up. The Titan. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball is sent in the air to left field. Coming in is Collins. He makes the catch. No tag as the throw is up the line, but Garrett Coe backs it up behind home plate. Runners do not advance, and there are 2 gone here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Man, that was a rocket. It just kept carrying. You know, Schliger thought he had it in the bag because there was a catcher out there playing in the outfield, but yeah, you would have thought he's staying over there at third base because that was a rocket from Corey Collins.
And this is one where you always say as a pitcher, you got to back up the catcher because if you don't,
that run's coming in.
He's
strolling in. Great play by Coe, too.
So 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Luke Franzoni, the DH, steps into the batter's box. He has the 2-run double today. Here's the first pitch to him, and it's in there for strike number 1, 0-1 the count. Prior to that double, he struck out, or I beg your pardon, he grounded out back in the 2nd. 0-1 the count. Schliger over at 3rd, Mydroth at 2nd. Coe comes set and fires the 0-1. It misses upstairs, 1-1 the count. Franzoni, who is DHing today from Xavier. Had a very fine season where he hit .354. Has the count even. Coe comes set. Here's the pitch. Misses low, 2-1. Fine stop there by Jacob Cozart. Cozart's been very busy. He had the day off yesterday as Jack Payton was doing the catching. Corey Collins, you mentioned a catcher at Georgia, played nothing but the outfield with the Doors thus far. 2-1 the count. Here's the pitch. High pop-up in the right side. Walsh underneath it. He makes the catch as Maui Huna slides down and says, you got this one, as we go to the top of the 6th inning. Falmouth trailing the YD Red Sox 3-0. Trey Redfield will take you through the rest of the action as you're listening to the Cape Cod Baseball League on the Falmouth Commodores Radio Network.
Top of the 6th inning here at Red Wilson Field, and the Commodores trail the Red Sox 3-0. Trying to get out of the goose egg, and it's going to be tough because Jared Lyons is on for his 6th inning of work. Jacob Cozart leads things off in the top half. Righty on lefty matchup, first pitch to Cozy. Down the pipe with that breaking ball for strike 1. It's been working for Lyons all day, who has himself 11 strikeouts. Lyons working from the windup, gets his side from Schliger and deals the 0-1. Fastball low and in, misses the zone, ball 1. Count even on Cozart, who is 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. That's been the vibe today. Lots of Ks offered by Lions as he deals the 1-1. Another curveball. This one misses low, just below the knees of Cozart. It's now 2-1.
Chris Bow out there in the bullpen kind of moving around in the YD bullpen, I should say.
It's over on the left side here at Red Wilson Field. Here's the 2-1. Fastball right down the pipe. It's now 2-2. Cozart is the catcher today. Comes out of NC State. Game 1 of 2 of this Sunday doubleheader. Here comes the 2-2. Fastball fouled off Cozart. We'll do it again. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Commodores. That 1 hit came in the top of the 4th by Kobe Halter. It was a leadoff single. For YD, it's 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors. Lions with the 2-2. Curveball fouled off by Cozart.
Well, now is where you really got to work the counts. Get this guy out of the ball game. Go to that bullpen. Saw this last night when Wareham started mixing up their pitchers. Commodore offense woke up.
Ready on lefty duel. Red Sox up 3-0 on the Commodores. Here's the 2-2. Fastball hits it a left side, fielded cleanly by Bovey. Throws it over to first in time for the first out, beating Cozart by just a step. There's 1 gone here in the top of the 6th inning. 3-0 your score. YD in front of Falmouth.
By literally a step. Very fine play. And even if Jared Lyons does not go the distance in this game, if he's able to get through 6, you got to tip your cap no matter whose team you're on.
Lyons has been dealing today to righty out of George Mason. First pitch to cross Factor. Breaking ball that misses just inside. It's ball 1. Factor 0 for 1 today, also with a strikeout. Nothing new there, knowing how well Lyons has been throwing today. Here comes the 1-0. Going with the breaking ball again is Lyons, and this one misses outside this time. Now 2-0 on Factor.
Hey, the Red Sox coming into today with momentum. They beat the Kettleers last night 5-3. Get their guy Pickler a piece of history last night.
540 wins, the most in CCBL history, as the 2-0 is a fastball. That misses low and in. It also gets behind Schliger, but no harm. There's nobody on. 3-0 the count on Factor. 3-0 your score. The Red Sox in front of the Commodores here at Red Wilson Field in South Yarmouth, Massachusetts. Lions working from the windup, deals the 3-0. Fastball that gets Factor. So a hit by pitch, and Factor is aboard with 1 gone here in the top of the 6th inning. Falmouth trails YD 3-0, and Alex Mooney, the top of the order, coming up to the plate.
We haven't seen a walk from Lyons since the 1st inning. Hasn't hit a batter today either, so now you got base runners, you got the top of the lineup here. Got to capitalize. Get some good runs here and get this guy out of the game.
Mooney 0 for 2 today. Popped out to first base to kick off game 1. Struck out in the 3rd. Factor with the lead off first. First pitch to Mooney. He shows bunt, and he bunts it to the right side, foul. Pushed at it with his bat.
Happy that thing fell because that was a very, very bad bunt attempt because it popped up. Saw a weird bunt attempt at Katuitt that rolled right down to Braden Taylor that saved the game.
Yep.
Seen some weird ones this year.
One of those fields where the grass in the infield serves as the baseline. Worked out in Katuitt's favor that day. It's a 3-3 tie at Lowell Park on Wednesday. Factor with the lead off first. 0-1 the count, 1 gone. Here's the pitch to Mooney. Fastball ripped out to right center field. Moving to his left side, making the catch is Cole Carrick. And there's 2 gone here in the top of the 6th.
Man, who cares about these dimensions? Ball has not been traveling well for the Falmouth Commodores today.
So Mooney now 0 for 3 in game 1. And here comes Kobe Halter, the only guy with a hit today for the Commodores. Righty on lefty matchup. Factor with the lead off first. Commodores trail the Red Sox 3-0 with 2 gone here in the top of the 6th. Lions working from the stretch. Deals. Spiked curveball yet again, and this one finds the zone on the outer half for strike 1.
That's not a pitch you want to swing at on the first pitch. That's just a very fine spot by Lions.
Factor with a modest lead off first. Lions has his sign and deals the 0-1.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. Lions with another curveball. Halter chased it. Couldn't find bat to ball, and he's in a big hole.
He could strike out his 12th batter here.
0-2 the count on Halter, 2 gone, man on first. It's cross factor, and the Commodores trail the Red Sox 3-0 in Game 1 of this Sunday doubleheader. Lions come set. Kicks and fires. Curveball, cut on and miss, strike 3. That's strikeout number 12 from Jared Lyons, the righty out of George Mason. We head into the bottom of the 6th. The Commodores still searching for answers offensively, trying to keep it a 3-0 Red Sox lead when we come back. You're listening to the Cape Cod Baseball League on the Commodores Radio Network.
Welcome back to Red Wilson Field. Carter Bainbridge here as your field reporter for today's Game 1 of this doubleheader. We've got a quick look around the Cape Cod League before we get back to the action here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Doubleheaders across the league today. Brewster leading Bourne 6-1 in the bottom of the 4th out at Stony Brook Field. Catuit Kettleers and Orleans Firebirds locked up at 2 in the bottom of the 2nd in that game. Chatham trailing Hyannis 4-1 in the bottom of the 2nd, and Harwich and Wareham have yet to start their first game today. We'll have more with the bottom of the 6th coming right up.
Bottom of the 6th here at Red Wilson Field, and the Commodores trail the Red Sox 3-0. Garrett Coe on the mound for his 2nd inning of work, and it starts with strike 1 right down the pipe to Jack Costello, the left fielder out of UC San Diego, who's 1 for 1 in 2 plate appearances today. Coe working quickly, deals the 0-1, misses high and outside, the count even at 1 to the right-handed batter Costello. Coe, the lefty out of UConn, making his Commodore debut today. Working from the windup, deals the 1-1. Fastball down the pipe, cut on and fouled back. It's now 1-2.
Couple of guys out there in the Sox bullpen, so Lions' day likely done. Saw Bow tossing.
If Lions' day is done, he finished with 12 strikeouts. Here, strike 3. Here's Garrett Coe's first strikeout in a Commodore uniform, and there's 1 gone here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Doors trailing the Sox 3-0. So now it's Hunter Haas's turn. Shortstop, 1 for 2 today. You were saying?
Got to attack. I mean, just got to attack. Got to keep it in striking distance. 3 runs is still plenty to come back in.
First pitch to Haas. Haas shows bunt as he fouls it back. Went over the screen. Did that go into?
No, it's
it's on the roof of the.
netting.
Okay, yeah, there's a net on top of the MLB scouts here to our left at Red Wilson Field. A beautiful, bit of a windy day here at Red Wilson Field. The 0-1 to Haas. Grounder on the left side. Taylor can't get it. Mooney with a sliding grab. Throw over to first. It gets behind Walsh. And it gets away. It goes out of play. And advancing to second on the errant throw is Haas.
Be a single and an error. They officially ruled that. It's a 1-out single for Haas. That was in a tough spot of the field. Very, very fine 6-5 hole that Haas was able to put the ball in play in.
And I didn't think Mooney was going to be able to make that grab, but he slid and snagged it. Did whatever he could to make the throw, but instead it leads to an error on the scoreboard. That makes it now 17 errors on the season for the Commodores. Coming into today, they had 16, which was tied for the most in the league with Bourne. So it's Haas now on second. Cole Carrig up to the plate for the second time today. He walked in the fourth on a pinch hitting appearance. Coe working from the stretch. Lefty on righty duel. First pitch to Carrig. Off speed, down the pipe, strike one. Great curveball there from Coe. YD3.
And that walk kept that inning going.
YD3, Falmouth nothing. One gone here in the bottom of the sixth. 0-1 the count. Haas leads off second as Coe takes time. Steps back on the rubber. Gets some signs from Cozart. Comes set, looks back at second. Kicks and deals the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike two. YD with an opportunity to extend its lead, trying to add some insurance going into the top of the seventh. Carrick steps back into the box, choked up on the bat, donning the number 4 and looking a lot like Alex Mooney over at shortstop for the Doors. Here comes the 0-2. Runner goes. Cut on a miss, strike three. Throw down the third, not in time. Braden Taylor couldn't apply the tag on the left cleat of Haas, so it's a stolen base for the Texas A&M Aggie, but there's two gone here in the bottom of the sixth, and the Red Sox lead the Commodores 3-0.
Well, you really wanted that strike him out, throw him out. Taylor tried to make a very fine tag. Inning continues, and you got to strand a very key runner over there just 90 feet away at third base.
So Haas 90 feet away from being YD's fourth run, and Homer Bush Jr. steps up for the fourth time today. First pitch, bouncer in the dirt, scooped up by Cozart. 1-0 the count on a center fielder out of Grand Canyon.
And that pick on that bounce pitch saved a run.
Cozart's been very sharp behind the plate today. Coe comes set. 1-0. Slider fouled back, now 1-1. Bush is 1 for 3 today, had a leadoff single, got caught stealing by Cozart on the first pitch offered to Luke Schliger in the bottom of the first. After that, it's been a strikeout looking in the third and down swinging in the fourth for Bush. Haas on third. Lefty on righty matchup. Coe comes set and deals the 1-1. Slider that misses low and inside, popped out of the glove of Cozart. Keeps it in front of him though, but it's 2-1 with two gone here in the bottom of the sixth. Game 1 of 2 today, the final Sunday doubleheader of the season in the CCBL. Coe deals. Fastball down the pipe, hit to the right side, foul and out of play. Now 2-2 on Bush. Garrett Coe looking for a clean second inning of work. 2-2 the count with two gone. Here's the pitch. Curveball, chopper on the left side. Taylor picks it up, spins, chucks over to first, not in time. An RBI infield single for Homer Bush, and YD extends its lead to 4. 4-0 your score. Two gone here in the bottom of the sixth.
I mean, I sound like a broken record, but you just got to give credit to Taylor for making that throw contested at all. But nevertheless, infield single, and now the YD bullpen pitcher that will come into this game no longer in a save situation.
So here's Luke Schliger. 1 for 3 today with a leadoff single in the fifth. Homer Bush stands on first. Now with the lead, hustling over to his right side, pickoff move over there, nothing doing. We've seen Bush go today. Like I said a couple of moments ago, Bush got caught stealing in the first. And another pickoff move, trying to catch Bush napping over there. Walsh applies the tag, but there's still nothing doing. Bush gets in safely. Coe with the lefty. Deals the first pitch to Schliger, misses high, ball 1.
YD sitting at 6-4-2 this season, leading the Eastern Division. Falmouth, on the other hand, 5-6-1, hanging out in 4th place. That's over in the West. Here's the 1-0. Bush doesn't take off. Coe offers a fastball, and it's right down the pipe. Strike one.
I haven't seen too many strikeouts for the Falmouth pitchers. Of course, we've seen 8 total, but feels like forever with Lions, who had 12.
Bush with the lead off first. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball. That's down Broadway. It's strike two. Coe awaiting his sign. Knows Jeff Trundy really well. Play with him in the gunnery. Here's the 1-2. Runner goes. Ball 2. Throw down to second. Did he get him again? No, he didn't. Bush beats Cozart this time, and it was very close. So the count 2-2 on Schliger as Bush takes second base.
I guess you could say the series is tied at 1 apiece, as Cozart won the
Yeah.
battle in the beginning parts of this game. Homer Bush wins this one.
We'll possibly get Jack Payton in game 2 behind the plate. 2-2 the count on Schliger. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's how the bottom of the 6th ends. Some work to do for the Doors heading into the top of the 7th. Last licks coming up for Falmouth, trailing YD by a score of 4-0 from Red Wilson Field. We'll take a step aside. You're listening to the Cape Cod Baseball League on the Commodores Radio Network. The Commodores with work to do in the top of the 7th in this first game of a Sunday doubleheader. Falmouth trailing YD by a score of 4-0, and it's a new pitcher for the Red Sox. It's Chris Bowe. His first offering to Braden Taylor misses low and inside for ball 1. Bowe comes out of the College of Southern Nevada, the same junior college that Bryce Harper went to. The Vegas native is making his 4th appearance, the ERA at 1.03 with 9 strikeouts and 8 2/3 innings pitched. Righty on lefty matchup. Bowe has his sign, working from the windup, deals the 1-0. Fastball misses outside, now 2-0 on Taylor, who's 0 for 1 with a walk in his first game of 2.
New third baseman for the Red Sox. It is Jordan Thompson.
2-0. Fastball at the knees, finds the zone, strike 1. Commodores trailing 4-0 to the Red Sox. Only one hit in this first game for Falmouth. Here comes the 2-1. Fastball again, bouncer right in front of us. We could have easily made that play. It's now 2-2. Hanging out. So home plate's 5 o'clock here at Red Wilson Field. A beautiful afternoon for some baseball. That's why we're playing 2 today.
Quite the opposite of last week where doubleheaders were rained out and rescheduled for off days.
Here's the 2-2. Fastball, that was at the knees, but just misses. The count is full on Taylor.
Gutsy take there. Oh, hey, we'll take it.
Taylor
No pun
will
intended.
take it, yeah. Third baseman out of TCU steps back into the left-handed batter's box. Bo with the payoff. Fastball belted to right center field. All the way at the wall. She is gone into the trees in South Yarmouth. Braden Taylor cuts into the deficit with a solo home run. It's 4-1 Red Sox with no one gone in the top of the 7th.
We'll take that one to lead off the last 3 outs. Taylor with number 3 on his Cape League season in the 2022 year.
As Taylor heads into the Falmouth Tunnel. That's the celebration that the Commodores have when someone hits a home run. So now it's Jacob Walsh up to the plate. 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. First pitch, a breaking ball misses inside. Walsh had to move his back left foot out of the way. So it's 1-0 on the Oregon Duck. Bo was born in Las Vegas. Actually, he's from Vegas, but was born in Iceland. His dad, Jonathan, was on the Icelandic national baseball team. 1-0 to Walsh. A breaking ball that's a little bit above knee level. It's now 1-1 on Walsh, the first baseman.
That's fascinating.
I know, right?
Finland national baseball
Iceland.
team?
Iceland.
Iceland national baseball team.
I've always wanted to go to that island. 1-1. Another breaking ball on the outer half. Finds the zone. Strike 2. 1-2 the count on Walsh. Commodores trailing the Red Sox 4-1 in this first game of a Sunday doubleheader. No one gone here in the top of the 7th. 1-2 the count. Bo deals. Breaking ball fouled off. We'll do the 1-2 again.
What's up, Corey?
Hey, Corey.
Corey Collins says hi to us.
He's on deck.
It wasn't a home run. that's the inside joke. That's the inside joke.
Thought it was a ground rule double at Brewster. Wasn't the case. 1-2. Fastball misses low. Now 2-2.
As we get further and further into the season, we're starting to have more conversation with these players. These are
such
good
good
kids.
guys.
These are good kids.
Great guys, man. Righty on lefty duel. Pitcher to batter. The 2-2 from Bo. Fastball. Bouncer on the left side, and Walsh beats the shift. A base hit into left field. Falmouth puts another man on after Braden Taylor hit a solo home run to right center. Jacob Walsh gets on base. He's now 1 for 3 in game 1. Corey Collins looking to do the same, who's also 0 for 2.
Well, we haven't seen him beat the shift that much, but we saw him hit that opposite field home run at Brewster. That's probably the only time I can think of this season where he's gone the other way.
He hit over the shift at Brewster. Corey Collins at the plate. First pitch to him, swing and a miss at a curveball for strike 1.
And, of course, the other time was last night on that 2-run single to put the doors on top over the Gateman at the time, 4-3. Shows that when you go the opposite field, good things happen.
Righty on lefty matchup. Walsh with the lead off first. Here's the 0-1. Going with the breaking ball again, but this one misses. Count even at 1 now. The Commodores trailing by 3. Your score in game 1 of this Sunday doubleheader, 4-1, with no one gone and a man on first here in the top of the 7th. Walsh aboard after he got a single to left field. Next pitch to Collins is cut on and miss for strike 2.
The righty from LMU, Owen Hackman, is warming up in the bullpen for the Sox.
Right now it's Chris Bowe on the mound, the rising sophomore from Southern Nevada. Bo gets his sign. Dealing from the stretch. Kicks and fires the 1-2. Going with the breaking ball again. Foul to the right side. So 1-2 still to count on Collins, who's in left field for this first game of 2. The wind has been pushing back towards the outfield fence throughout the game. Walsh leads off first. Bo has his sign from Schliger. Here's the 1-2. Fastball misses outside, now 2-2. If Collins gets aboard here, Maui Ahuna would serve as the tying run. He's on deck. Collins ready to go in the lefty batter's box. Bo with his sign. And the righty deals the 2-2. Breaking ball, got him on strikes. It freezes Collins. That's the second time the Georgia Bulldog has struck out today. And there is one gone here in the top of the 7th. Doors trail the Sox 4-1.
It always gets me when you say top of 7th. I mean, it's the top of the 9th feeling.
It is.
I feel like you're saying 9th, but it is the 7th inning, still down to the last 2 strikes. I beg your pardon, 2 outs. But keep rolling here. Why not?
Maui Ahuna at the plate. Another righty on lefty matchup. Bo working from the stretch. Deals the first pitch. Misses outside. Ball 1.
Ahuna has struck out in both at-bats today. First one was swinging on a very, very lengthy at-bat that was in the double digits of pitches and struck out looking on 8.
Both of those full counts. Looking for a different result here. Walsh with the lead off first with 1 gone. Here's the 1-0 from Bo. Going with the breaking ball again. It misses low. Now 2-0. Chris Bo making his 4th appearance for the Red Sox this season. Gave up his first earned run in the last appearance against Orleans on June 22nd. Here's the 2-0. Fastball that finds the strike zone on the inner half for strike 1. That was close. But home plate umpire Joseph Labella was all right with it. Walsh with not much of a lead over there over at first base. Not a base stealer. 2-1. Fastball again, but this one misses high and away. Now 3-1 on Ahuna.
He's got to win a 3-ball at-bat battle. He's had them in both these at-bats. He has to reach base here, extend this game.
Here comes the 3-1. Fastball hit to the left side by Ahuna. Coming in is Costello, moving to his right. He makes the grab for the second out here in the top of the 7th. Falmouth is down to its final out here at Game 1 at Red Wilson Field, trailing Yarmouth-Dennis 4-1. So now it's Drew Brutcher. 0 for 2 today. Playing right field in this first game, coming out of South Florida. Walsh still leading off on first. Another righty on lefty duel. Doors trailing by 3. 1 on, 2 gone. First pitch to Drew. Breaking ball misses low and inside, ball 1. Walsh with the lead off first. No one holding him on. Infield applying the shift to Brutcher on the right side. First, next pitch, I should say, is fouled back, 1-1. It's Haas right behind the second base bag. Mydroth over at second base into the shallow parts of the outfield. And over on the baseline is Caden Connor, the first baseman. 1-1 to Drew, right down Broadway. Strike 2. Thompson and Haas swap. A giant hole on the left side of the infield. Walsh beat the shift. Let's find out if Brutcher can do it here. 1-2 the count, 2 gone, man on first. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses low and away, 2-2.
This is the lengthiest inning pitch-wise. 20 pitches was the limit before back in the second.
2-2 the count. Bo kicks and fires. Fastball high and away. The count is full.
28 pitches in this inning. 29th on its way.
Let's find out if Brutcher can win this battle. Another full count forced by a Falmouth hitter. Walsh on first. No one holding him on still. 2 gone here in the top of the 7th. Bo with the payoff. Goes a line shot to center field, but it's caught. Homer Bush moving back all the way to the wall. It's only 352 feet away from home plate, and that's how game 1 ends. Well, it took a while, but the Commodores fall. The final score from Red Wilson Field in game 1 of this Sunday doubleheader, 4-1. YD improves to 7-4-2 on the season. Falmouth falls to 5-7-1.
And we'll do it again in an hour.
We certainly will. What else could you ask for? Beautiful weather, Sunday doubleheader. Jared Lyons gets the win after a dominant 6-inning performance with 12 strikeouts. Jerron Watts-Brown picks up his 3rd loss of the season, which is really unfortunate, partner, knowing the record doesn't really show how good his stats really are.
Well, that's sometimes what happens on the Cape, but we got to see some dynamic stuff from Josh Hartle in game number 2.
So Logan said it. The Wake Forest Demon Deacon will start game 2 for the Falmouth Commodores, looking to go lickety-split with the Yarmouth-Dennis Red Sox. Hartle throwing for Falmouth. Connor Markle will throw for the Yarmouth-Dennis Red Sox. So that's going to do it for game 1 here at Red Wilson Field. The Commodores fall to the Red Sox by a score of 4-1. Thanks so much for joining us. Game 2 coming up soon. This has been a presentation of the Cape Cod Baseball League on the Commodores